Okay, good morning, everybody. And welcome to session number 277. And so nice to see 11 of you already there on the call. And a very good morning also to people who are watching us on Facebook. And let's start. I want to encourage people to be on time always. And those who come on time are the ones who get more benefits out of this. So what is this empowering morning conversation? The purpose of the empowering morning conversation is to give us a life where all of life comes to us with ease, joy, and glory. Isn't that wonderful? That if all of life was coming to me with ease, joy, and glory, and that's what the purpose is. So everything that we do every morning is done to shift us from the survival mode. The survival mode is the default mode in which we live, doing the same thing over and over again. Very, very familiar, very recognizable, same old complaints, same old problems. Second, to dissipate all the negativity that we pick up from other people and other circumstances all the time. A possibility seeker than a complainer, being a person who's looking at alternatives and possibilities rather than focusing on problems and, resisting them, complaining about them. And then obviously to increase your focus and energy. And when we're able to do all these things, then life yesterday. So I'm sure that of us have given some thought to what we did yesterday. Did you? Guys, did you give some thought to what we did yesterday? And if you did, I'd like to hear from you.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, this topic was never ending, sir.
It is a never-ending topic, no doubt. But what we did yesterday, did you give some thought? There was a question I left with you with, right? What do we want in our relationships?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that what we were talking about?
Yes, sir. We want everything in our relationship, sir.
Yeah, but so even if you are getting it, you will not be able to recognize it, no?
Yes, sir.
So whatever you're getting, how would you recognize it that I've got it? So if you're clear about what it is that you're seeking,
Yes, sir.
when you get it,
Yeah.
then at least you will recognize it. So yesterday we had put up a couple of things for you to look at. So do you remember those?
Yes, sir. Affinity, agreement, communication.
With the ARC, that's how you measure it. But what is it that you want? You remember there were three things, even Rama had shared it on the one.
Yes, sir.
What are those three things that you want?
Affinity, agreement, and communication, sir.
That you want at the end of it. That is a measure of how good your relationship is.
Okay.
That is not what you want.
To support each other.
Yeah, that's what.
To empower each other, to make each other stronger.
What else? There were three things. It was put on the group also. You forgot?
You have to empower each other and to make each other stronger.
Right. These are the three things that we want.
Yes, yes, sir.
Once I have to close the session for a bit and come back again. My computer is making problems for me.
We'll continue the discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's back. So, Vetriji, we were discussing yesterday as
I have not yet gone.
Jango.
But we see a blank screen, sir.
So take your time, sir. We are here to take it easy. So Hasina ji was telling, and Prasad Garu also, to support each other, to empower each other, and make
each other
each
stronger.
other stronger. So it is easy to reflect. It's easy to read. It's easy to, but it has a deep meaning. Now, when we say to support each other, means what will I do, or what I do expect from others, and have we clarified or told the expectation clearly that this is what is expectation, so that you support
Wait,
me.
you're going, don't go too fast, okay?
Okay, sir.
Kunal, I am now following a process step by step. Because what happens is that we give inputs which they don't practice. So if you give too much, that's why I have split this solving problems in relationship into maybe 4 or 5 parts, so that we can take it sequentially, slowly, take one step, learn to implement it. Then we'll move on to the second step.
Makes
See, what
sense.
happens is people like you and I, we understand this faster than the others. Yeah. But is everybody getting it at the same level? We do not know.
What happened?
Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Make clear. Makes sense.
So that's why I'm wanting to go a little bit slow. Now, what I want to do is that those 3 things that we were talking about, what is that? Support, then,
Empower,
and
make
Strong.
stronger.
to make each other stronger. Okay? So the step I want you to follow is that if you want those 3 things to happen, you will be looking for something. Na? What is the first one again? Support each other. Now, let us say, Kunen, you and I are in a relationship together. I want you to support me, right? You want me to support you. So we should have some clarity about what kind of support am I looking for, no?
Right, sir.
So now you may be assuming that whatever you're doing is supporting to me. But I'm not thinking that you're supporting me, then it won't work, right? In the same manner, I may be doing whatever I think is right in supporting you, but maybe it is not visible to you. So how do you clarify to the other person that what kind of support are you looking for?
You can openly ask what support they want.
Yeah, but before you ask, you better be clear on what support you want. First, you talk about what support you want, and you can ask them what support they want. And you'll notice that people will talk to you very vaguely. Suppose you ask me, okay, Sukhdeepak, what support do you want? Why don't you do one thing? You ask Reddy Garu just now, okay, Reddy Garu, what support do you want? Ask him. Hasina ji, ask him. Yeah, you ask Reddy Garu.
Yeah. Reddy Garu, what support would you want
So answer her.
from me?
Yes, ma'am, I want you to be here in EMC every day.
Okay.
Okay.
Give your experience in life.
So,
Okay.
so 2 things he wants from you, right? So what are the 2 things that he wants from you?
To be here every day
Yeah, and
and
the
share
second,
my experience. Share my experience.
okay, now he's been very specific in his sharing. Okay. So now you know exactly what you should do so that he feels supported. Now you try this question out with the people in your life. Ask them, what support do you want from me? You see what interesting answers you'll get. You tell me, do people communicate very clearly what they want from you?
No.
Do you communicate clearly what support you want from others?
No.
Right? So that is the first step, that how can it be possible that you will get what you want if you yourself are not clear, number one. Number two, if you are not communicating clearly. Okay, another way of saying it is that you can tell people what you expect from them in the area of support. So you want support, you want empowerment, you want that both of you should feel stronger, right? So the question which is very relevant and which you may have to ask is, what do you want from me which makes you feel supported by me? How will you support me? Okay, think about it and you get clear now before we move on.
Sir, I'm going to writing down all the questions and I'm going to talk these things to my daughter-in-law.
Yeah, not talk. You want to get clear on what support she wants from you. Okay,
Ask her these questions, no?
exactly. But what questions will you ask so that you are clear?
Okay, okay,
You want to know what support she wants from you,
right,
and you want to tell her what support you want from her. Correct?
okay.
If you're very clear on this, then the way you ask will be very different, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So I want you guys to practice this. I mean, write it down now and share with me so I know what you're going to ask. Because sometimes, we make it worse instead of making it better.
I want her support to be cordial with me and be open in her thoughts with me.
Yeah, now that is vague, by the way.
Okay, all right.
See, your idea of what is cordiality might be different from what my idea of cordial, no? Can you be specific?
Okay.
I will feel supported if you behave with me in XYZ fashion.
Okay.
And you'll get some very interesting responses to that as well. Okay. Other people can also pitch in. Are you getting clear on what is it that you are going to have to ask them if you want to get support from them? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What happened now? I don't know what you guys are doing. Are you there with me or not?
We are, sir, we are there with you. But here, the way you are asking them for support is totally the tone you are using, the language you are using.
All that you have to decide, no? You'll have to tell them politely, obviously.
Sir, I feel that is more important, sir. Why? Because, see.
So we'll get into that. That's a separate matter. First of all,
Yeah.
when there are two people in a relationship, we can always have a conversation where we make it clear to them, okay, look here, this is what we want in our relationship, isn't it?
True, sir.
So we'll just wait. How we will go about it is not yet. I have not come to that yet. How will you do the exact communication? Just a little bit, I'm making you think. See, suppose I come to you and say, Reddy Garu, let's say you call your senior general manager and say, look here, I wanted to discuss that, what we want in our relationship or with your son. So you'd ask him, no?
Sir, I asked the same question to my daughter.
Yeah, that do we want to support each other? Do we want to empower each other? Do we want to make each other stronger? Or do we want to make each other weak? Once you establish that as a basis, anything should have a foundation, no? So if I'm having a conversation with you,
Sir.
So I'll say, okay, look, Reddy Garu, what I want in our relationship is that we should support each other.
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want, that we should support each other? Who is going to say no to you on this? To empower each other, or do we want to disempower each other? Do we want to make each other stronger, or do we want to make each other weak? So these are the three things that everybody wants in a relationship, isn't it?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
one more thing that you want in a relationship, if you remember that ARC, which I told you,
Yes, sir.
affinity.
Yeah.
So if you want that affinity or closeness or intimacy in a relationship, then you also want this. Yeah, you want to honor someone, you want them to honor you, you want trust, you want allowance, you want gratitude, you want vulnerability. If you can bring these things, three things into the relationship, how would you do all these things? Through communication.
Yes, sir.
And before that, we are agreeing with each other. You remember the R part of it, the reality or the agreement part of it, where in the beginning, we both are in agreement, okay, look here, this is what we want in a relationship. So both parties agree, that we want support, we want empowerment, we want to make each other stronger. Isn't that what you want? Now we both parties have come to an agreement about what we want. Then we say, okay, so we want a great relationship, right? So if we want a great relationship, then we will restore the honor and the trust and the allowance and gratitude. Isn't that what we want? Now this part you may tell the person or you may not tell, because it will involve too much of discussion. But in your mind, you are clear that I want to restore the honor. There is some honor in any case, because they are your flesh and blood, or they are working for you or something like that. Okay. So once this is clear, then we know what is the topic: solving problems in relationship. Okay. The problem is there because these things are not there in the relationship. See, if support was there in the relationship, would you have a problem? No.
Yes.
Yeah. If you were empowering each other, would there be a problem? No. Correct. If you are making each other feel stronger, would there be a problem? No. Similarly, if honor was there, trust was there, allowance is there, gratitude was there, vulnerability was there, then the problem would not happen only. Because all problems will be easily dealt with, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now that we have a recognition of that, then we'll see, what we have to do to move further. Now you want to restore the relationship and resolve the problem that is there in a relationship. Isn't that what we want? To resolve the problem in the relationship. So for that, we have to be very clear that right action produces right results. So a couple of things that I've been pointing out since morning is to make sure that you do the right action. Right action only happens when you are clear about what is it that you want. See, if I'm telling you something, I should be clear what I'm saying. I should also be clear whether you are clear about what I'm saying or not, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. But
Otherwise also it won't happen.
yeah, I'll agree with you. But the problem is this kind of free communication is not there, sir.
Yeah, so we are now learning how to make it possible, right?
Yes, sir.
See, now first of all, understand one thing, Reddy Garu.
Sir.
Because of the way we have been perceiving, because of the way we have been communicating in the past, that is why the problem is there anyhow.
True, sir. True, sir.
Right? And especially when the problem is there, to set it right, you don't expect that some magic thing will happen in 1 minute, it will be over. Okay. So that's why I'm going to go through steps very slowly so that we understand. So let's say I want to resolve a problem with Mr. ABC. There'll be some steps I'll do before, even before I have communication with them. Then when I feel that I've done all the steps with myself, then I will start a communication with them. So step-by-step approach will be required. Some of these things, it can take 1 year also to resolve. Huh? Because after all, damage has been done over a period of time. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So now you have to do the performance. Performance means you have to take the right actions. And now you have to remember this formula. You will have to deal with all the interferences that are there in yourself only, which is not allowing you to do the right type of communication with them. So please keep that in mind. Now, some of the interference that is there between you and other people, the people in your life. First of all, you have your own interferers. Correct?
Yes.
What are our own interferers when there is a problem in our relationship? What is stopping you from communicating with them? That is the interferer, no?
Yes, sir.
So what are those interferers which will already be there? See, with these people, there is a problem, right?
Yes, sir.
And the problem takes the shape of what? Differences
Yeah.
or
Different.
conflicts.
Yeah.
So when that is available, when that is going on, what are the interferers that are there within you?
Belief,
It's not allowing you to go forward.
strong belief
The
about
sense of
people.
talking, you're never going to
Strong
listen.
belief about the other person, one at a time, Hasina ji.
Sorry.
Now you say.
Already always listening, that she's not going to listen was the sense of talking.
Okay, so that's the second one. That's a belief only. What else? What other interferers you have in your own mind? One of the interferers can be some judgment. No, I have faith.
Yeah,
It's never going to work with this person.
Yes.
judgment that they will not understand. In past, it happened so many times whenever I communicated. So they have their own mind and they are not going to understand.
Hasina ji, have you done the landmark forum?
Yes, I have.
That's why you're using already, always.
Yes. Always listening.
Yeah, I know. That's another way of saying beliefs. That's another way of saying point of view. So look at what your interferers are. Every interferer within you is a mental, physical, or emotional interferer, right? It can be, interferer can be every time I talk to them, I get irritated.
Yes.
Interferer can be that whenever I talk to them, they get irritated and I'm not able to handle it.
Yes.
Okay, what other interferer can be there? It is very upsetting when children speak to me in such a manner. Right? I am not used to people talking to me in a disrespectful manner. You understand? One of the biggest interferers, why can't they talk peacefully? I am talking peacefully. They should also talk peacefully. Why are they getting agitated? These are all interferers, no? I am not able to handle people who are getting agitated without reason. Look and see what are your interferers. Because we'll have to be senior to the interferers, then only we can have a breakthrough, no?
Sir, when I'm not in right mood and मुझे लगता है कि मैं उतना काम नहीं रह पाऊंगी इस इंसान के साथ, and this is something कि the way you say that matters. So when I myself not balanced, so I avoid talking कि मुझे गुस्सा आ जाएगा तो वो सामने वाले पे ढंग से land नहीं करेगा.
Exactly. So you have to deal with that interferer also, right? कि मुझे गुस्सा इतनी जल्दी ना आए. I should remain calm.
Yeah. And also with elderly people, for them, I'm like a kid. So they usually like कि कभी बच्चा बना दो कभी बड़ा बना दो, तो फिर उनके वो बराबरी वाली बात आती है दोस्तों वाली, तो वो चाहे वो अच्छी भी बात हो आपकी, तो नहीं हमें मतलब हमें कोई क्या बताएगा या क्या सिखाएगा या हमसे इतना छोटा होके हमसे बात कर रहा है, तो वो एक रहता है थोड़ा.
Exactly. So do you notice how many of these interferers are there? Okay, like Hasina ji used the word already, always listening. Beliefs from before you have. or you have about yourself. How much work you have to do with yourself before you are even ready to resolve some of these things,
Yeah.
isn't it? So if you know, see, the beauty is that most of the time we are aware of what our interferers are. You say, I get irritated. I am not able to talk to people who are talking in a rude way, right? I get upset with them because they are judging me that I'm a very young person. I have an opinion that elderly people don't give importance to young people's words. ये सब आपके हैं ना, interferers. They may be right, they may be wrong. So you may have to do some work to deal with all this before you are even ready to go and have a conversation with those people.
Sir, if this is with particular one or two people and I took chances and I tried so many times and it happened that way. So how to really, because
तुम
if
लोग
I
ना
talk to my
जल्दी में
elder,
बहुत जल्दी में रहते हो, ठीक है ना? पहले चलना सीखो, फिर दौड़ने की बात करो.
ठीक है.
But do you notice that how much of kachada, see, all this kachada that we are carrying in our brain, what I call as interferers, that has caused the problem in the first place, no?
Yes.
If you look at your relationship which is not working, don't you know why that problem is there? Tell me. If there is a issue in the relationship, are you aware of why the issue is there?
Yeah, the communication gap.
नहीं, ये सब ऐसे लेबल वाली बात मत बताओ. कम्युनिकेशन गैप, क्या कम्युनिकेशन गैप? मतलब कितने 10 फुट की दूरी से कम्युनिकेट करते हो?
People with whom we are not in regular touch or not in regular communication, so अपने लोगों के दिमाग में form हो जाता है.
Correct.
And
But what else? मुझे ये बताओ. You take some specific. Don't talk general with me. You take a particular relationship where you have a problem. Okay. Do you know why that problem is there? It is there because of the way you are and because of the way they are. Correct?
Correct.
उनकी कुछ हरकतें हैं, आपकी कुछ हरकतें हैं. That is why the problem is there, right?
yeah.
They have certain expectations from you. You have certain expectations from them.
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
But the funny part is all of you want to support. They want your support. They want you to empower them. Right? They want you to make them feel stronger, not weak. Have you noticed कि जब आप किसी की संगत में होते हो, when you are with someone and you feel able and capable and strong, you like those people, na? You say, when I'm with that person, no, I feel very great about myself. So obviously something must have been happening till now that you're not feeling like that with these people, right? So certain conflict has taken place, certain differences are there. Now, why do conflicts take place? Because they want something, you want something, okay? And both are feeling that he's not letting me have it. Because of them, I'm not getting what I want. Simple, no?
Opinion.
Yeah, then difference of opinion also. What is the difference of opinion?
My way of functioning and her way of functioning.
Yeah, I want you to function in this manner. They say, no, I want to function in this manner. So there is a conflict.
Yes.
Okay. And we are talking about resolving, solving problems in relationships. So can you imagine how much work you have to do with yourself before you are even ready to have a conversation with that person?
Yes.
How many of your own judgments and how much of your righteousness you have to give up before? So here's a question I want to ask you, though I'm going a step further. Start identifying the things that you have to give up so that you can have a relationship. You have to start thinking, okay, what should I do? What energy, space, and consciousness can I be that will allow me to resolve the difference that I have with the people in my life? Yeah. And then we can move on to the next step. So first of all, we'll have to be very clear about one thing. There are differences.
What? Give up like what?
We'll come to that. Now look at the screen right now.
All right.
This is one of the things you'll have to give up. See, we have an opinion or a belief or already always conversation about differences. Don't we? I have differences with someone. Is it good? I have differences with someone. Is it bad? What do you think? See, most of us have this opinion, right? That I have differences with someone, that's not good.
Yes.
It's good.
Okay. Think about it. Seriously, look at the person with whom you have some differences. Do you think that it's good that you have these differences, or do you really think it's bad to have the differences? If you think it is good, you will deal with it in a certain manner. If you think it's bad, you will deal with it in a certain manner. Right?
Right.
So what do you think really? So Rama said it's good.
How can it be good?
Okay, let's see. First of all, you have to understand what are differences. See, you have a problem because you have differences, correct? So what are differences? Can you read the screen, what it says over there?
Yes.
So what is the first point written over there?
Perhaps they are only two different point of view.
ठीक है? मतलब आपका दृष्टिकोण है और मेरा दृष्टिकोण है, दोनों एग्री नहीं कर रहे हैं. That's all there is. You have your point of view, I have my point of view. That's it. Has a person got a right to have their point of view?
Yeah.
Is it bad that they have a certain point of view?
No.
So you have a certain point of view. Are you bad because you have your point of view?
No.
So have you noticed how many of these conflicts and differences are happening because they are not happy with your point of view? तुम ऐसा कैसे सोच सकते हो? How can you think like that? They say, na? So what are differences? Only two different points of view, maybe two or three different points of view. Now, can a different point of view be beneficial? Now, this is a question you guys can answer it. Can a different point of view be beneficial?
Yes.
Okay, can you give some example how it can be beneficial?
So that we can look at what is the best for that particular situation. If there are multiple points of view.
Yeah, so can
there is a choice I can make which is more appropriate.
Yeah, what you're saying is it allows you to look at different aspects of the same thing. Yeah. Yes. Now, can you apply it to any practical situation that you might be dealing with right now, or you might have dealt with in the past?
Yeah, so for example, this birthday celebration, what we made, instead of just having my own viewpoint. So when we discuss with the people and different viewpoints come and we combine together and make the best out of it instead of just going with only one viewpoint I had.
Yeah, this is a good example. But I want you to talk about a situation where there is a conflict or a difference happening. Hey, this was a benign thing because you all wanted to do the same thing. So that was not a problem.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's talk about a situation.
Yeah.
Anybody who's got a problem going on right now for which they want a solution. You look at that. You have certain point of view, they have certain point of view, and you are having difference of opinion Different opinion means you have your opinion, I'm having my opinion. And I think that your opinion is not okay. They think that my opinion is not okay. But I'm saying that if we both agree that it's okay to have your point of view, right, in that situation that you're dealing with, so can you take a practical one so that we can show you how it is beneficial? Otherwise, theoretically, everybody says yes, 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 yes.
Can I take? So I'm on a rented accommodation and I'm paying around 20,000 for this apartment, right? So I was doing my own thing and my brother is having this point of view, why you are paying hefty rent, right? And I was under this thing that I'm looking for job and I'm talking to people. कोरोना टाइम में इतना जल्दी जल्दी घर शिफ्ट करना है, इज दैट ओके? यदि कहीं पे जॉब का होता है या कहीं पे कुछ होता है तो दैट इज गुड कि मैं शिफ्ट कर सकती हूँ। और दूसरी चीज ये कि कहीं भी मैं यदि शिफ्ट भी करूंगी तो आई हैव टू पे 2 month एडवांस एंड ब्रोकर का ये तो वो उतना ही पड़ जाएगा, ठीक है? सो वो अपनी जगह पे ठीक है, ही हैज कि व्हाई आई नीड टू स्पेंड इतना ज्यादा and so it's just a matter of communication. If I can communicate my point that why I'm delaying it for let's say 2-3 months.
Now this is where your problem is. Right now I'm not saying कि क्या करना चाहिए. Okay? You guys are stuck on कि क्या करना चाहिए. I'm saying simple question. Can different points of view be beneficial? His point of view is कि आप बहुत ज्यादा किराया दे रही हो. Right? And you are saying कि मैं जो दे रही हूँ वो justified है. ठीक है? Suppose both the point of view are beneficial, what will it make possible? क्या संभव हो जाएगा उसकी वजह से?
कि we have understanding, we both if we share, so हम दूसरा एंगल भी कोई देख सकते हैं कि क्या और कुछ क्या पॉसिबल हो सकता है. And second thing कि I can get his concern that he is caring and he is thinking that she should not be in losses due to that. So वो एक rather उसको ये समझने कि वो मुझे समझ नहीं रहे हैं. I can get his concern that he is loving and caring towards me.
Exactly. That's why he wants to help you to save money.
Yeah.
And the other beneficial point of view could be certain things which you have in mind, your point of view कि भाई ये benefits हैं, and he's got certain point of view कि भाई पैसे भी बचा सकते हो. Maybe you will come out with a solution which has the best of both the things in it.
Yeah.
And very beautifully you have explained it. आप ये सोचना छोड़ दोगे कि वो मुझे तंग कर रहा है या मुझे अपोज कर रहा है या मुझे सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहा है, वो आपका दृष्टिकोण बदल जाएगा ना. You will be able to see कि भाई मेरे भले के लिए ही बोल रहा है.
या मतलब उनके दिमाग में ये आ रहा है कि पूजा इज एक्स्ट्रावेगेंट और मतलब कि वो, और मुझसे डायरेक्टली उन्होंने बात नहीं की, उन्होंने मेरी सिस्टर से बात की, किसी से बात की, वो इतना क्यों खर्चा कर रही है, दिस एंड दैट, ये वो. सो मतलब यदि इस बात पे हमारी कम्युनिकेशन हो तो ये 2 मिनट में सॉल्व हो जाएगा, कोई मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं रहेगी.
हाँ, beautiful. So you can see how can different points of view can be beneficial also, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I want everybody in this call, if you have any differences with someone and there's some, problem in some relationship, you will find that your differences are because you have different points of view. And ask yourself this question, is it useful that we have different point of view? Now, differences can become interferer only because we resist them. That means what? उनको ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए.
हेलो,
वो ऐसे मुझे क्यों बोल रहे हैं? म्यूट कर लीजिए अशोक जी.
गुड मॉर्निंग.
Can you mute yourself, Ashok ji, before you talk? Are you getting it? If your point of view was it's okay that there are differences. If your point of view was it's good we are disagreeing, we can see more things happening out of it, then it was not a problem, right? differences become an interferer in your relationship only because we don't want the differences of opinion to happen. Are you getting it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you have to give up that. Now, okay, there are differences, it's good. Now, what more possibility will come out because we have differences? So, Reddy Garu, I want you to think about that specific difference of point of view. You know, that person with whom you want to
Yes,
solve
sir.
a problem in the relationship,
Yes, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Now you are giving a big free hand also and everything,
Yes,
correct? But
Yes.
what is the fundamental difference in point of view? You have some point of view, they have some point of view, you don't agree on that,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm asking you, is it beneficial that your point of view doesn't match? That they have their point of view and you have your point of view. What is wrong with that?
Yes, sir. It is beneficial, sir. Because I always speak with my daughter about saving money.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to change my perception.
No, wait a minute. You don't go so fast. You know, that's what the problem with us guys is. We are in a hurry. I should change. I'm only saying what this is your point of view, correct?
Yes, sir.
That he is spending too much money.
Yes, sir.
What is her point of view?
She says that at present in the society, we have to spend money.
So that's her point of view.
Yes.
No, that's what she's saying. But what's her point of view? Why is she saying that in society we have to spend money? Have you understood that?
Yes, sir. I understood.
Yeah, why is she saying that in society you have to spend money?
To match with her friends and people are surrounding her.
And why is that important for her? Do you understand that?
Yeah, because she is in the profession where she need to be.
She need to be
Presentable always.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of, you know, this appearances are very important in that industry.
Yeah.
I remember in 2003 or something, my second son,
Sir.
who's a big time DJ and he, you know, hobnobs with people like Amitabh Bachchan and all.
Yeah.
He told me, Papa, why you are having this Wagon-R? You should have at least a Honda City. So I said, I don't need that. I mean, why do I need such an ostentatious car, you know? This car is getting me from one place to other, very comfortable, good AC. Why should I buy a costly car?
Yes, sir.
So luckily for me, I could get his point of view. He said something to me. He said, look, in your profession, you're coaching and training people. Yeah. So there are different messages. If you're not dressed well, if you're not wearing a good watch, if you're not, you know, going in a good car, people are noticing it.
Yes, sir.
So I got his point of view. So I went and bought this nice automatic Honda. Otherwise, I would have never bought it in my whole life. I'll be the guy who will buy a 200 rupee shoe, you know.
Yeah.
Went and bought a 8,000 rupee shoe. For me, that was a waste of money. I still think so. But I still buy it. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Because it allows me to see some other dimension which I was not seeing before.
True.
So now that I see that his point of view is also okay, my point of view is also okay, then there is no difference between us, no?
True.
So no more resisting their point of view. Most of our differences are that we are resisting other people's point of view. Okay, so let's talk about resolving. So we have to do two things now. We have to resolve our differences first. And once we have resolved our differences, then we will move on to how to restore honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. Okay, so I'm going to stop this topic now because we leave something for tomorrow. So what kind of conversation will I have to have before I tell you? I want you to use your brains and think about it. What kind of conversations will I have to have with my people in my life so that I can resolve my differences? In what way will I have to communicate differently from what I'm doing? You know, what's the first thing you guys will have to do? To really get to their point of view and understand their point of view. Because we have never made an attempt to do that. Sorry, I'm making such a statement. Everybody clear on that?
Yes, sir.
So everybody, I want you to share with me, are you clear about what is the difference in your point of view and their point of view? And is it okay with you that both your points of view are not matching with each other?
Right. Then what do you do? How do you solve that?
But are you clear about it?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Thinking that if I want to resolve the differences that we have, what is the first thing I'll have to do?
Okay.
Find out other person's point of view.
You and I are having differences in our thinking. All right.
Right.
What will I be thinking about you? If you and I have different points of view, correct?
Yes.
There is a history of that. That's why the problem is there.
Yes.
I'm thinking, how would you resolve it with me?
By understanding your point of view.
Yeah, and how would I know that you have understood my point of view?
With communication.
Exactly. So what would you have to communicate to me so that I know that you have understood my point of view?
When we discuss the point, we know what the result is.
No. See, you've got to be specific here.
Oh, okay.
So if I was to, let us say that there is a difference between you and me in our point of view. Anybody wants to throw some highlights on it? How would you have a conversation like that?
By deep listening, sir.
Okay, but so they'll have to say something, right? Now you're referring to the notes there, Reddy Garu.
The one is, can I answer?
Yeah.
One is listening, and you ask them, is it what you are thinking? Explicitly ask them.
How would you start that conversation, you tell me? The important thing is, how would you start that conversation?
How can I support you?
No.
They will run away from there, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly. They will not believe you.
Yeah, exactly. No, often it happens. No?
Hello.
Hello.
Kuldeep ji has raised his hand. Can we let him speak, please?
Sir, in my opinion, I will repeat what I have understood and I will ask him with that what you want to say.
That is very correct. But how would you start the conversation is what I'm saying.
I would say that I understand that you think that way, or this is your point of view.
No. How would you start? Now, let us say that there have been differences between you and someone,
Indeed.
and you want to resolve it.
Indeed.
How would you start that conversation is what I'm saying.
You say, I will say that I want to understand that what are you saying. Clearly, let me understand.
Now you say, Kuldeep ji, I'm saying, how would you start the conversation? Let us say I have a difference with you, right?
Indeed.
And I want to start a conversation with you. I would come to you and I would say, Kuldeep ji, I'm sorry that we've had our differences. I'm sorry that I don't think I've really understood your point of view. And I really want to understand exactly what is it that you are wanting to tell me. So can you please go ahead and tell me? I want to listen to your point of view.
So I say, I think.
No, wait, this is what you will say. What I just told you. Yeah, I'll come to you and I'll say, Kuldeep ji, we've had our differences in the past. I'm sorry. Because probably I've never really understood what you've been trying to tell me all these years. So I've come to you to understand whatever it is you're saying. And I promise to really listen to you this time. Please tell me What do you want to tell me?
So I will say, let us sit down and talk.
No, you can say what I just said. I gave you sample.
Okay. Okay.
You can say like this, na, instead of saying, let's sit down and talk. You say,
Okay.
I've come to talk to you because I've realized
Yeah.
that we have had our differences and I was not really listening to what you have been trying to tell me all these years.
Quite right.
So I want to come and I want to understand what you've been trying to tell me.
Yes, very
Please
well.
tell me. This is what I would say.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, Major Sir.
Sir, one of the points I would say is I would like to know understand your point of view, and if you can help me make it realize, I'll be happy. One. Secondly, when I show my fingers to you, you're only seeing my fingers, but the other side, the person sees only the nails. So this is one point of view from where a person sees a person, where he comes from, and where the other person comes from. So that's all.
Right now, I'm only asking you. So you answered that question already.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. Yeah, Rama.
Whatever you said, it is not just going and saying that. If that is all to that, everybody would have resolved the problem so far.
Hello.
The problem is,
Hello. I only asked you, how would you start the conversation? Did I say anything more than that?
yes, even to start that, I'm saying even to start, no, even to start that, it is not easy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It's difficult.
That,
Did
yes,
I say?
it is not possible to start
Why?
without resolving certain beliefs and challenges in our own
That's
mind.
why I told you a little while ago, Rama, if you were listening.
Yes. We have to work with ourselves.
Conversation with these people, you need to work on
Right.
yourself first. No?
Self, yes.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
You never go and talk to them only.
Yes, exactly. That's what I meant, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, without preparing yourself for it. How
Yes.
much of the kachra we are carrying in our own mind
Yes.
about the other person? Yeah?
Yeah.
So I am saying that, okay, let us say that you have resolved your own kachra in your own mind.
Yes.
Decided, okay, now I'm ready for this conversation. And now you have gone to the other person. What are you
Right.
going to say to that person? You will realize, you'll automatically say, look, I'm sorry, I never understood you till now. See, the moment
Right.
you solve in your own brain, you will be
Yeah.
able to make such a statement. Otherwise, you can't even
Correct.
make that statement. Hai?
Exactly. Yes, sir. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Good. So thanks for reminding people about that.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ashokji.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
And we expect the other side to be immediately ready. Acha, Ashok, okay, let us come, let us sit down together. No, it is not going to happen because that other person is not going to trust
No,
so
not
easily.
कई घाव रहते हैं ना.
So if the approach, what you said is correct, absolutely correct, but it will be different in political, it will be different in office, it will be different with
In the
the
house.
juniors, it will be different with the
Definitely.
seniors in our own house.
Sir, I'll tell you
So-
one thing. The way to start the conversation can be applied in every situation.
Yes,
The way to
correct,
start
agree.
is, agree or not? Like I've
Yeah,
also done it. Na? So once I did it, he said, "Ab tu Sukhdeepak रहने दे, तेरे ढकोसले, ठीक है ना? तू नाटक मत कर मेरे साथ, मेरे को नहीं सुनना है
Correct.
तेरी बात." This has happened.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, and then I said, okay, fine. If you're not in a mood to talk right now, we'll talk some other time.
we will talk
But I
later.
definitely want to solve this problem unnecessary we are having. I've made a lot of mistakes with you in the past. I'm sorry about that. Right? And whenever you think you are ready, we will talk. But I do want to talk because I'm very unhappy what I did. Whatever I might have done, I don't know what I did, but whatever I've done is not okay with me. So I want to solve it. तो अगर आपको
But when-
नहीं है अभी बाद में बात करेंगे. So you
But
let it
when-
know that you're not going to give up on it. See, I'll tell you one
Sir.
thing. You know, ये जो what Ashok ji is saying is very important because many of these relationships, people are simply unwilling. They've gone into their shell. Okay, they're not wanting to come out of it also. They made up their mind that this fellow, this fellow, इससे बात करने की कोई फायदा नहीं है.
Correct.
This time, so they don't want to open up. So that's why I said it's not like a magic wand that it will happen the same day.
No.
Yeah, so you have to be prepared कि भाई it might take some time, but at least you have done something ना. एक कदम
Sure.
आपने बढ़ाया, एक हाथ
बढ़ाया
आपने
है.
किया. ठीक है ना? I'm actually dealing with one such situation myself. That is why I decided to do this session. क्योंकि जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. Thank you, Ashok ji. Yes.
I'm just digressing a little bit.
हाँ जी.
If a grandson sits with his legs on the table, and that's not the way to sit on a sofa with legs on the table. If you say whichever way you want to say, it's not going to get across. Now, tolerating is different.
I was just thinking about what would I do when my grandson does like that. I will also put my leg on the table and make sure that I'll remove my shoes and make him smell my dirty socks. I'll not say anything. मैं जूता उतारूंगा, टेबल पे पैर रखूंगा उसके नाक के पास, फिर मैं बोलूंगा कुछ नहीं.
Thank you. Where the difference between first what we said and now the action what you said, the difference is in first one we are accepting a lower position. कि बाबा ठीक है, मेरी गलती हुई. Let us find out.
उसको पता ही नहीं है वो क्या कर रहा है.
Yes, exactly.
So the moment I done some action, मैं कुछ बोल नहीं रहा, मैं इसको टोक नहीं रहा, मैं नहीं कह रहा हूँ ये गलत है, मत किया करो, ठीक है ना. मैंने हो सकता है पास्ट में बोला हो. So in this situation, in a very humorous way, I'll say, yeah, that's a nice way to sit. मैं भी ऐसे ही बैठता हूँ.
मैं ऐसे बैठूंगा.
ठीक है ना. तो मैं जूते उतारो और बदबूदार पाँव उसकी तरफ करो और टेबल पे रखो. थोड़ी देर के बाद समझ में आ जाएगा उसको.
समझ में आ जाएगा.
No, but so next time you'll never be able. Next time you'll never be able.
दादाजी क्या कर रहे हैं? वो बोलेगा दादाजी क्या कर रहे हो? You'll be quite shocked when you do what they do. They get quite shocked. Why are you getting shocked? क्या हो गया? तुम कर सकते हो तो मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ.
No, but this might also react like this. That next time he would say, "That दादाजी तुम भी तो बैठते हो. Why are you telling me now?"
आपके पाँव में से sufficiently बदबू नहीं आ रही होगी फिर.
True.
You try it out and see. Quite shocked, you know.
worth experimenting on different people, different way.
Yeah,
not exactly shoes, but even the behavior is similarly.
See, one of the very important things, you know, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes हम भूल जाते हैं कि हमको चाहिए क्या रिश्ते में.
Sure.
We want affinity, you know, we want love, right? We want honor, right? We want people to be close to us. So ये छोटी बातों से इतना क्यों उलझ जाते हैं हम लोग? If we take it lightly, you know, and I'll tell you something, these children, they are very fond of pushing your buttons. You know what I mean? Pushing the buttons.
Yes.
वो जानबूझ के फुंगी लगाते हो, आपको लग जाती है, फिर वो और ज्यादा करते हैं. Once they realize कि इसको बुड्ढे को फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है, कुछ भी करते रहो. You know, when I take classes for the college students and all, they never try their tricks with me. They know कि भाई मलवाई को कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. If they crack joke, I'll crack 5 joke. So they get shocked कि यार मलवाई सब ऐसे बात कर सकते हैं. मैंने कहा क्यों भाई, तुम्हारी मोनोपोली है क्या, तुम ही कर सकते हो ऐसे? मुझे भी पता है, तुम साला मैं भी वही काम कर रहा था 11 साल की उम्र में जो तुम कर रहे हो अभी, और ये दिखाते हो कि तुम नहीं करते हो. मैं बोल देता हूँ उनको, तो उनको समझ में आ जाता है कि बड़ों के साथ पंगा नहीं लेने का. So whatever is appropriate at the end, उनको चाहिए क्या है यार? Little bit of love, little bit of respect. We only want to support them. They also, in their heart, they would like to support us.
Yeah, they would like.
आप जो कुछ भी कर लो, भारत के लोग अगर है ना, उनकी परवरिश में है कि बुजुर्ग से अदब से पेश आएंगे ही आएंगे, चाहे कुछ हो जाए. It is not possible. I mean, they may not be showing it, but उनके दिल में वो शर्म रहती है, isn't it?
Yes, sure.
That is a very default thing. I think, yes, Rama, and then KP after Rama.
No, just wanted to clarify that by doing these actions, it is not, the intention is not to hurt them. The intention is to really,
Improve them.
be humorous and love them, and end result is to change or communicate
Yeah.
nicely,
How would
because
you
otherwise
feel
it can
about
be, otherwise it can be understood wrongly, saying that, oh, we are taking different approach with different people, which are not appropriate.
Very good. Thank you very much. Yes, Sagar. KP, before that, KP.
Thank you. No, I was, Ashokji also said the similar thing. So by the time you go and tell, like, no, the person will not be there, maybe because of the past experience or whatever. Even if they are there, oh, I have been hearing this from last 10 times. No, I don't want to hear you. They'll run away from there. And
So you
second
tell
thing
them,
is,
"No,
if
I
the
also
speech,
don't want you to hear me. I want to hear you." You have to tell him.
right. So even if I say, when I want to hear you, yeah, I have been telling you from last 10 times. No, you didn't hear.
Yeah, you say correct. I'm sorry about that. I want to hear, that's why I'm asking you.
So the moment you feel sorry about it, then you are somewhere acknowledging that no, you are wrong. You have been wrong only. You have never been right.
KP
So that
Garu,
itself gives them the upper hand.
how
Right?
does it matter who's right and who's wrong? You want the relationship or not? This is
We
the
want
problem with us, no? We are always, no, then I'm saying that they are right.
no, sir, we want the relationship, but not by acknowledging that no, you are wrong always. Right? You also have to tell them that no, there are times when I am right, but that won't come up, get across if you lower your position.
But you tell me one thing, KP Garu. That is your point of view, correct? What you're telling?
Right.
Hmm?
Right, sir. Yeah.
If it is working for you, you please continue to do that. I'm not telling you to change your way of doing things. If it works for you, you please continue to do like that. Are you getting it? If you are getting the result that you want, you please do what you do. I'm telling you a way to go about it. You feel that, if I say I'm wrong, if I'm saying sorry, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. You're saying, I'm sorry, I was not listening to you. Did I tell you to say I'm sorry that I am wrong? No.
No, right. No, I'm saying it may be interpreted that
I've
way.
not been listening to you till now.
Okay.
I've never understood what you're trying to say to me. I'm trying to make an effort to understand what you're trying to say to me. In the past, I have not done that. I'm sorry for that. Is there anything wrong in saying like that? No. Because it's true. You have not been understanding what they are trying to say to you, na? Am I wrong?
It's not that I'm not able to understand. I was able to understand, but I was feeling that is not the correct way to go about it.
Yeah, then you have not understood.
Okay.
See, that is a problem. How many times I've explained it? You wait till tomorrow's class, I'll explain it again.
Right, yeah.
You haven't gotten their point of view. I'm not saying that you have to agree with their point of view or not.
Okay.
You haven't really gotten their point of view and why they have that point of view. You're so busy judging their point of view is right or wrong or whatever that you didn't get it. No?
Right.
You remember what I said? Communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it.
Without changing it. Yeah.
Does not mean you have to agree with them. It does not mean you have to agree with them. You forgot that. So I'm saying just get it. No, you have not gotten their point of view. You are always judging their point of view. The problem is that we are judging their point of view. We are not getting their point of view. Are you getting it? So once you get that and then you go and have a conversation, they will tell you. Yes, Sagar.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. And good morning, everyone. Sir, I think last time, sir, in family relationship, I did something and all my family members are saying me that I'm really guilt of that saying that words and doing that words. But the relationship, because my relationship with someone and but she did not speak to me and I didn't I just heard some complaint from her side. She did not directly speak to me, but she told to my family. So, and then I just went and talked to her. She act like she did not say anything. It was nothing, you know. So she seemed to see that she did not do anything. So and I talked to her, she talked to me, and that blame, that complaint just went away because I was just having a distance. I was not having a communication. That makes a problem in relationship. When I did not talk to her, when there was a communication gap, I will have a problem. So when I went and speak to her, we sort out the things, and now I have good relationship. So I think one thing is that between two person, other people take more seriously. That's why you take seriously. But between you, if you talk or have a communication, then you can solve the problems. So it's always to take right action with good intention and good communication. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Kuldeep ji and then Rama.
Sir, I want to say something, share something related to what KP ji has said. I feel that even when we apologize or say sorry to someone, it does not mean that you are wrong and he is right. It only means that you are giving priority to relationship than you're being right. If you give priority to relationship, then I being right, things are okay. It does not mean that you say sorry, that means you are right. That is my experience.
Correct. Thank you. Yes, Rama.
Yeah, it is with respect to the same KP's discussion. If I approach that way, that the other person may look down at me, or they will feel no, I'm weak. Then that means I have not understood the basic expectation in the relationship, that we are here to support each other, we are here to make stronger each other, we are here to empower each other. That clarity is not there for me. That's why I'm approaching that way.
Exactly. That's why I said we should work on ourselves first before we go and talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Good point, Rama. Thank you very much. Yes, Ashok ji.
The difference is, in my opinion, or rather, I think 50% are physical behavior and 50% are mental discussions where it can happen. Now, in physical behavior, many times we don't like smoking, and we cannot stand smoking in a closed rooms. But telling somebody don't smoke, they get angry, or that smokers group becomes a separate one, but they don't stop smoking, making noise while eating, and now which becomes really annoying. You can change your seat, you can try so many things, but how? I'm not saying that to have a universal approach, but these 2-3 habits which everybody faces, let us find out the correct way how to deal with them.
Okay, you remind me in the beginning of the next session.
Yeah.
But you notice this, we have to deal with our own irritation.
We tried.
For example,
I myself was a smoker. I myself was a smoker.
Yeah,
I gave up after understanding, but now I know that it's not correct. But yes, in a closed room, when they start smoking, the total atmosphere is different. It's not correct. And with drinks and food,
the important
they cannot stop having smoke, and then that group becomes a separate group, which again is bad.
We will discuss. I mean, if suppose we stop judging good and bad, first thing is we don't judge it. They are doing it the way they are doing it. Should I stop them from doing it? That's a different matter.
No, not really, but not today, not just now, not in this group, not at this moment. They-
We will
they are
see.
free
We'll
to-
discuss on this. This is a very important point.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't have enough time. Otherwise, I would have. So see you tomorrow morning for part 3.
Sure.
All right.
Right.
Thank you. Part 3, yeah.
So this has become a good to great session, no? Only difference is we are doing it every day instead of doing it once a week. Penalty लगाना पड़ेगा इन लोगों को. Anyways, all right, good. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning for another session of empowering morning conversations. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
God
Thank
bless
you.
everybody.
Bye, sir.
Have a
Bye 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 bye.
good day.